They finish it off with a goal. Pedro. It's Neymar. It's game, set and match. Barcelona. The perfect finale delivered by Neymar. And he is joint leading goal scorer with Messi against PSG. 3 in the semi-final against Bayern. And now a goal in the Champions League final itself.
Had to wait till the 97th minute to sew it up. Finally. And they've had those overloads.
Again. Best in Europe. Best in recent European history. 4 Champions League triumphs inside a decade. Nobody else has lifted the European Cup more than once in that dressing room. From one great midfield player to another. Thoroughbred champions. Pure and simple.
Concerning signs here for PSG fans, obviously looking ahead to the clash against Real Madrid in the second leg of the Champions League.
How shocked would you be if Neymar plays next week?
Oh no, I'd be really shocked. I think it's done.
Is it as simple as if they had Neymar, this would be different?
Well, I don't even want to talk about Neymar because he's not there, and he spent half the season balancing boots on his head in the French league. PSG, this kind of self-anointed best team in Europe at the start of the season by some in Paris, have fallen way short.
This is extraordinary though, considering just 9 months ago, of course, big transfer, record-breaking signing. Yet we're sat here talking about a real possibility that he might leave.
And I'm not really sure what's true and what's not. I still think he will be in Paris next year, and that will be the last year, and after that
he's bored. Jules, he's bored, isn't he? He's not even been there a year.
Maybe, yeah.
And he's bored.
Todo mundo sabe do que eu vim fazer aqui, dos objetivos que eu tenho. E bom, agora meu objetivo é a Copa do Mundo, né? Não é ficar falando sobre transferência ou não, porque isso aí eu tô passando a minha vida inteira, então toda janela estão falando sobre isso.
Still recovering from the World Cup, where, let's face it, he didn't make many friends with his antics, particularly, of course, in the Mexico game. A lot of rolling around. And then, of course, it would inspire some for the Neymar challenge. You haven't seen this, of course, has gone viral all around. You've got people here, what's that, 50 people doing it?
Cheguei no Paris, eu tenho contrato no Paris, né? As especulações, acho que a maioria da imprensa que faz. Eu tenho contrato, todo mundo sabe do objetivo, né? Porque eu fui pro Paris. E eu quero triunfar com esse clube, quero vencer. E espero que essa temporada seja uma temporada maravilhosa.
Report out there that Thomas Tuchel and Neymar met and that sparks flew. Are you sleeping a little bit easier now at night? You think Neymar may indeed stay at PSG?
He flew over on purpose from Germany just to meet Neymar 10 days ago. Tuchel said, my aim is to get you the ball as close as the goal from possible, so then you can work your magic in there. And obviously, Neymar likes that, because that means he doesn't have to defend too much, doesn't have to drop too much, doesn't have to trail back too much either.
When I'm on the field, I do what I want. When I'm on the field, I do what I want. When I'm on the field, I do what I want.
Neymar poor, or did Liverpool just contain him well?
Poor. Whoever he was up against, whenever he was drifting, could be thankful that he had a night that looked as if he didn't really fancy it that much.
Neymar just continues to disappoint, in my opinion, with these kinds of reactions.
And some of it has to do with the fact that it just feels like Neymar is so out of touch with what's going on right now and the perception of him around the world.
For the second year in the trot, not going to be available for Paris Saint-Germain in the biggest competition in Europe, the elite competition. The reason why they signed him, He's not going to be available. He's taken the mickey out of almost everybody in France because he thinks he's an inferior league, he thinks he's too big for the league, he thinks he's too big for the team, and he certainly thinks he's too big for all the other players.
Knowing myself, my mentality, and the mentality of a number of the players I played with, you try that on the field, they will happily take the red card, whatever ban comes with it.
Neymar is quickly becoming a story of what might have been.
The ownership now have just said, we've had enough of this guy, he's a clown.
Yeah.
He's a clown. He's acted a clown since he's been here. He thinks this is some sort of play toy from where he's going to go next. We're not having it anymore.
Operation Neymar, says Mundo Deportivo. Neymar to return to Barca, is it possible?
It is possible. Neymar to leave PSG is right now the most likely outcome of this whole saga, really. A few months ago, PSG were telling everyone and getting quite aggressive at times that he wouldn't go anywhere. PSG are not just opening the door, they've crushed the door. The door is gone, the door has fallen. They want Neymar out. They really believe that there's only 3 clubs right now who can afford him. That's Manchester United, Real Madrid and Barcelona.